So today, for us, I have Pokko and the Drum by Matthew Forsythe. Fun fact, I haven't read this before. I've just had an eye on it for the longest time, and I thought, what better way to experience a book than to read it publicly in front of many for the very first time. We're going to see how we go, but I think we're in for a treat. All right, Pokko and the Drum. It's ridiculously pretty. Can we just a moment? It's stunning. And we're going to do this. Okay. The biggest mistake Pokko's parents ever made was giving her a drum. They had made mistakes before. Like the slingshot. And the llama. And the balloon. But the drum was the biggest mistake. We shouldn't have given her that drum, said her father. What? Said her mother. The drum is too loud. I can't hear you. The drum was a big mistake, said her father. That sounds like a wonderful idea, said her mother, who still couldn't hear what he was saying. The next day, her father said, Pokko, why don't you take your drum outside for a little while? But don't make too much noise. We're just a little frog family that lives in a mushroom, and we don't like drawing attention to ourselves. Pokko agreed, and she set out as quietly as she could. It had just rained, and the forest was sparkling like an emerald. And it was very quiet. Too quiet. Pokko started tapping on her drum, just to keep herself company. But something stirred behind her. A raccoon playing a banjo started following her. So Pokko hit her drum louder. And then a rabbit playing a trumpet started following them. But Pokko kept playing her drum. And then a wolf, who couldn't really play anything, but was very happy to be near the music, joined in. And Pokko still played her drum. But then the wolf ate the rabbit, and Pokko stopped playing her drum and faced the wolf and said, no more eating band members, or you're out of the band. Pause. I guess that's why we don't have Strokes albums anymore either. Anyway, unpause. I'm sorry, said the wolf. And he meant it. And then they all started playing again, and soon there was a crowd of animals playing instruments. And a crowd of animals following them around, enjoying the music. And they were all following Pokko. Pokko, your dinner's ready, shouted her father. No one answered, but he could hear music in the distance. And the music grew louder. And louder. Until the crowd swept through the house and carried Pokko's parents off into the woods. Oh no, said her father. Oh dear, said her mother. I think that's Pokko down in front, said her father. And you know what? What? Said her mother, who was just getting to the best part of her book. I think she's pretty good. And no one could hear what he was saying, but if they could, they would all have agreed. Ugh. The end. I loved this book. I loved it. It is really nice having what is basically an Emir Kusturica movie as a picture book. Do Google that. Okay, and stay safe and be excellent to each other.